Men's Omnium. We're back with that. It's the scratch race.
Had a horrible crash yesterday where the only way I could describe it to someone I spoke to last night was that he used his face to break his fall.
Yes,
and I had a quick chat with him and Peter Peters in the track before we started this morning, and he's got a massive black eye and a massive bruise on his cheek, but all credit to him for taking the start of this scratch race. Just making a bit of a signal with his hand there. I don't know if he's unhappy with the riders marking him or wants to draw something to the judges' attention, but all been equalled out now. It looks like everything's back together, and Tamaridi's just about to having a go.
Yep, once again, now he's off by himself on a lone attack. Archbold looks over his shoulder. Kwok decides, I tell you what, I'll go with that one. He's second to last on the Omnium standings, Kwok. Tamaridis and Kwok trying to move away, and Zachary Bell going with them, and on the wheel of Bell is Markov. It was relegated in the elimination race for having not come off the track when he was supposed to, and he won the individual pursuit, as if to say, well, you know what, as if to stick two fingers up to them and say, well, you know what, you're going to do that to me, I'm going to do that. Get this.
He's been around years and he has come from individual pursuiting, so that's no great surprise that he wins that individual pursuit. He's assuming that position on those bars that we were talking about, those Sphinx bars last night that we were talking about. And I spoke to Alex Jaffrey, a very good friend of mine who's mechanicking for the USA at the moment. And he said the UCI they're measuring all the bikes and they're measuring how far forward everybody's bars are. There's no rule against it at the moment, but he's quite certain the UCI are going to bring a guideline in about these Sphinx bars and how far forward you can be on them.
Well, it is. They are throwing the riders really a long way forward, aren't they? Almost into a sort of time trialing position.
Yeah, it's. I don't like the position. I don't like seeing riders on the position because I don't think they've got control. But it is a very, very economical position. Sam Harrison, I can tell you, you can see him just at the top of your picture on the right. He's just tried to go with a break and he just hasn't got the legs to go with it. He's really struggling, poor lad.
He's having to ease up, wait for the others to come up to him, and it's Hansen who's going to be the first to arrive. On
this
the back
is dangerous.
Straight, yeah, the back straight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 riders, including Michael Freiberg. Now, Shane Archbold is in a bit of bother because the two men who are just behind him in the overall standings, Michael Freiberg and Eloy Turel, are about a third of a lap ahead. And as the little Colombian Arango goes, Archbold is having to respond. He's not quite got the legs, I don't think. And the group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the front now, even though Turel's suffering, are really, really exploding this thing.
Yeah, it's all over the track now. You can really see people suffering. We've got Viviani with Archbold and the Colombian Arango trying to get across. Moores just gets on terms from Germany. So there's a group of 5 and there's going to be a crawl. There was almost going to be a crash there. The Chilean was almost over the bank, over the barrier. And Archbold really needs to get these guys to work with him to bring him up to the 7 leaders.
Yep, they're not trying. They're not going to do it. Viviani is the only man. Looks over his shoulder to see where Shane Archbold is and pulls up. Archbold's going to have to do the work himself. He keeps trying to pull up and let somebody else do it. They aren't going to do it. And as he swings up, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 riders at the head of the race continue to work well together. Tamaridis of Greece, Bell of Canada, Freiberg of Australia, Van Hoek of Belgium, Kwok of Hong Kong, Turel of Spain, and Markov of Russia, all working well together, mostly taking their turns. And Archbold is in real trouble here. Yeah, real trouble.
Big winners here: Freiberg, Turel. And even Zach Bell's going to benefit from this.
They're almost upon them. They've almost gained a full lap. And that means that at the very least, Archbold will be 8th.
We've only got 7 laps to go here. Doesn't really matter if they don't take the lap because they're not going to lose it again now. Personally, if it was me, I'd hold back a little bit and not take the lap, because you don't want to be caught up with other riders getting in the way.
Yep.
Just want to worry about winning the actual race yourself.
Sam Harris is on the front of the second group on the road, but not even not even the chasing group now, but it's the second group. And Shane Archbold could get nobody, not even Elia Viviani, to work with him. Viviani is off the podium at the moment in 4th spot, but Tyrrell and Freiberg have made the lap, and Archbold has not been able to respond. He missed the crucial break, and that's it for Archbold. The best he can do now is 8th spot.
Yeah, well, that's somewhat disastrous for him, given that he was leading this event. He didn't have a good points race. He was 16th in the points race. Viviani's taken off now. Viviani with Arango, the Colombian.
It's too late, I'm sure.
Well, it is, but they're distancing themselves, so that's even more trouble for Steve Archbold.
Yeah.
Because that 7 took the lap, 8, 9, 10 riders now. So if this little break doesn't come back, and it's not Gunnar on the last lap, Archbold really looks to be struggling, but those 3 riders in front of him are a lap up, apart from Markov, I think.
And remember, they've got a kilo time trial to go after this as well, which Shane Archbold should be pretty good at. But it looks to me as though Shane Archbold's slightly undergeared, frankly, and he's struggling like mad to even hang on to these. Viviani goes over the line first, and Freiberg is the first, or is it Tyrrell who makes the first of the big riders to go through? It's very, very close. Remember, they're fighting for places. Freiberg gets it from Tyrrell, and Archbold massively, massively loses out. 6 points already. We're awaiting the confirmation of the
certainly think he was less than that. There you go.
28 points now to Freiberg first. Tyrrell is now in silver medal position, and Gies van Heck moves up to the bronze medal spot. Shane Archbold is now out of the medal positions with 37. Still really tight though. Michael Freiberg, very, very strong now in that gold medal position. 28 points only